One of the main pros to Tenkara is you can put all your stuff in a backpack. It's relatively small. Take a look. This is my Tenkara rig. This is my backpack. It's only a 4-mile hike, but I can take along this little rod and go for trout. I'm using the woolly bugger. Go for trout, catch and release. If one gets hurt, I'll take it. Obviously the backpack is too big for a 4-mile hike, but my intention, as part of my conditioning, I always try to carry as heavy backpack as possible. But we'll give a try, see if we get any trout. There we go. Car is highly effective, obviously. Come on. There we go. Oh, trout off. It's kind of nice, actually. I don't have to unhook the trout. I'm using a very, 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 very small hook. There's a Tenkara rod bending. There we go. Nice trout too. Oh, nice jump, nice jump. Oh, nice jump. There it is. Alright, let me release this fish. Actually, I might eat this one. Well, I'll decide in a minute. One of those things I really like about backpacking, you get to see cool stuff. But then you see stuff that's not so cool. Look at this. Like really, like you couldn't carry out your spring water. I mean, it weighs 16.9 ounces full. I have to say it weighs almost nothing empty, yet it was too heavy for you, whoever you are, you idiot. So, we'll do what's called the right thing. Still, you're whoever you are. Gosh, people, you know, what does it take to carry out your own mess? Don't take much, you know? I mean, really. Throw it in there. There we go. So, to the responsible people out there, take at least 2 bottles or 2 cans that other people throw on the ground with you, and you'll be doing yourselves a good thing. Naturally, of course, bottles and cans aren't gonna, it's not plutonium. You know, I've never seen a seagull with a bottle down its head, but still, I mean, really. That's all I'm going to say on that. Hey y'all. Just want to speak to you a few minutes about backpack Tenkara fishing. I guess the main pro, this rod's really light. You know, I don't think this thing weighs a couple ounces. Short line, just using a fly. Now, on the downside, we got 13 feet of line, another 4 or 5 feet of leader. I'm going to say pole's 11 feet, do the math, so that's my whole cast range. I can't cast any further than that. But then again, backpacking, it's usually river, small stream fishing. And I can tell you, I was the most successful angler on the river today, near as I could tell. I was catching fish other people weren't. Using the green woolly bugger and a few other flies. That's another thing. You don't have to do the Tenkara single fly thing. You know, Dr. Iggy Awa, whatever his name is, he only uses one fly. God bless you, Dr. Iggy Awa, or whatever your name is, but I'm gonna use the flies I've always used, and they work very effective. Caught, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 trout. Got a few of them on video, let them go, kept one, had a hook swallowed from some other line that it broke away. Also, I don't have a lot of food at home, so figured take that one home and eat it for dinner. This is also backpack fishing. I'm doing about 5 miles today with the backpack and the Tenkara. Hit maybe Mile River, did 4 miles through the hills, and that's the general gist of it. Also, there's a little plug. My recommendation, take that plug off, put it in your backpack, because that plug's going to fly out. These easy, I did a video on these easy holders. I got the idea for the easy line holders from another video on YouTube. I'll put the link in comments. I can't stand when people, they have an idea they found out from somebody else and they pretend it's their idea. Trust me, I don't have a lot of new ideas. So I took this from somebody else. As you can see, it's got a nice little holder for holding the line. I can loop it around. Now, for guys out west, you know, they might like the circular one. I've got one by Walnut from Tenkara Rod Co. It's an excellent thing. It goes right down here like this. Holds the line, you take it off. But I've got to restring this thing almost every walk. And that little, it was almost impossible to work that little walnut line holder. We also make it on a plastic. Although it's great for having a second line on. If I want a shorter, I have 3.5 orange level line that I got from, I believe that I got from Tenkara USA. And I have a shorter line on it for areas where I want the line to be no longer than the length of the rod, which is another downside of Tenkara. I got much more line than rod, so it makes fighting the fish a little more difficult on the shore. Usually I carry a net with me. I didn't have it, and I just had my backpack. I didn't have the net in there, so it makes it a little harder when you're playing around with the fish. When you basically got the hand lining in, then you've got absolutely no shock absorber, so the fish chunk can snap your line. And I think I'm using 5X leader material, which is 4-pound test. That's not a lot to play with. But when the trout bites it, this rod is so flexible. It goes out. I think the rod's 11 feet long. This is a fountainhead 360. I think 360 is in centimeters or some. I don't know. It alludes to the length and fountainhead. It's an excellent rod. I think it was something like 80 bucks. I'm wanting to say. So far, I'm really liking the rod. I'm really enjoying that. I'll put a link in the website. I mean, not the website, on the comments of the YouTube video, so you guys can see the rod I used, the maker of the rod. Hopefully he still makes them. It's pretty good. I got no real complaints. The only complaint I have, it didn't really come with a holder for the backpack for dropping in. I've been just throwing it in my pack. I'll make one out of PVC, but it didn't really come with a rod holder like the ones from Tenkara USA. But then again, it's around half the price of the rods from Tenkara USA. And much less than the rods from Tenkara Rod Co. And it's a good quality rod. And the guy shipped it to me within a week, so I really can't complain about that. And that's about it. So I'm gonna do my hike out. We got like 3 miles to go. Shouldn't take us too long. And as always, thanks for watching. And Tenkara's a lot of fun.